Bring me a drink. And we are live. And I am thirsty, as you can see. Quite literally. What's going
What's
on?
up, Rick?
You tell me. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired.
This is going to be a sleepy show.
Yeah. Not only that, I am here for the fans, for the crew, for the controversians. So I'm here for you guys, man. So
yeah, man.
That said, we got what I honestly believe to be a very interesting topic today, man. I think we have a pretty interesting and very controversial topic. So I really want to hear from people of all walks of life because this conversation is going to be pretty sticky, pun intended.
I see what you did there. That was good. Well, guess what, Ricky?
What's up?
The Daily Chat starts now.
Yeah, my man, on point. What's going on? What's going on, Eddie? Eddie, welcome to the show.
What's up, Eddie?
Welcome to That's So Controversial, man. If this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about the show, man. This is an open source platform where we get to talk about pretty much any topic. Nothing's off the table. This is not a place of education. It's about sharing our thoughts and experiences. So feel free to speak your mind, and nobody's right. I'm not an expert. Kyle's not an expert. We just, want to talk, man. Because like I always say at the end of the show, man, we don't always have to agree, but damn it, we should always talk. Let's go, man.
Let's talk about it. All right, let's get right into it.
Yeah, man.
What do you think? Yeah. You want to do it?
Nah, go ahead, man. Tell the topic. Okay.
So I don't know how we came up with this topic, but it came up somehow.
One of us were horny.
One of us was horny, and one of us has some extra cash. So we are going to be discussing why is prostitution illegal. Interesting topic. What do you think? Why do you think it's illegal, bro?
I'm not sure. The better question is, do you think it should be legal? It's legal in certain states, which is interesting. I was just looking it up a little while ago, and it's very interesting, man. It's very, very interesting. Let me see.
So did you just answer my question with a question?
I sure did.
Okay.
Hit you with the okie doke.
You get right back to me now. See. All right. So do I think it should be illegal?
Mm-hmm.
I think see, this is going to come down to another question that we're going to have to discuss later on. I mean, later on in the show.
Okay.
Should the government be able to tell you what to do with your body?
That's going to be a conversation that's going to cause
a whole nother but I don't think the government should be able to tell you what to do with your body. It's your body. You make that choice.
Okay, fine. I agree with you 100%, but don't be begging the government for resources to do shit to your body.
But see, you taking it somewhere else. I'm talking about literally this topic right here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I think that if you want to make your body a form of cash, to make some cash, go for it.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, hey, look at this. Just for the we have Matthew here as we discuss this topic.
That's right. He doesn't even know what he can't. You guys. Shut up. Just keep talking.
Okay, cool. So, do you think it should be illegal, bro? What about you?
I don't know. I mean, if you can make money from it, there's other people do stuff that's not exactly defined as prostitution, but it's borderline the same thing, and they make money by it anyway. So if there's a way you can make money by it and you're not hurting anybody, I mean, I guess that's the real question. Like, who is it hurting? Who is it hurting?
So what's the difference between a prostitute and a masseuse?
One is legal, one is not.
No, I'm not talking about that. We're not talking about legal. We're talking about like as far as like what are they doing? They're both using their body to make someone else happy,
comfortable,
relaxed. Yeah. We have so many other words. They make the other person feel good.
Right.
So, what do you think? Do you think it's a difference?
I mean, yeah, because the other one's sex is involved.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's the whole part that Mama says. Jesus says, "Hell no." So she's coming from a religious point of view. God says, "Don't charge for sex. Give it away." All right.
I'm not. What's wrong with you, man? Uh, yeah. All right. So what's the difference? Can you tell me the difference between masseuse? You said one involves sex. I'm just saying
Right.
like the act itself. It's one person. It's a person using their body and their skills as a service to perform a service. So
Yeah, but I mean, it's so messed up. I don't even gonna say it.
that's
Is
so controversial. What?
it,
Go ahead.
yeah, right. Is marriage a form of prostitution? It's like you're paid for it. I don't know. That's a question. Don't look shocked.
I'm very shocked. I'm very shocked. Yeah. Good luck with that. Dealing with that later on.
I could be the customer. I could be the client. Either way.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. So can we get back to this? Why is prostitution illegal? Can anyone in that's watching tell us why they think prostitution is illegal? Um,
I think it's a morality thing. I think it's something that people don't believe is right. I think people see it as taboo, and maybe in time, just like marijuana, just like
alcohol.
um, alcohol, this stuff, at some
Mhm.
point it was illegal because it was morally unacceptable. I think as the view is broadened and people start talking about it more and more, and me seeing it, um, that making it more socially acceptable, it'll change if it's going that route.
But see, here's the thing, though. Now,
Mm,
I think it's a pick and choose type of thing
mm.
because strip clubs are not illegal.
Right. But
Ne-
again,
Neither
this
is porn.
yeah, but I think that the strip clubs, right? That the idea is they're selling the idea of sex. They're not actually selling sex,
Mm,
not
okay.
legally anyway.
Okay. All right. I mean, I really don't. I'm just just throwing ideas out there. I think it's really like a pick and choose type of thing. It's like we can
Mhm.
make money off of this one because we could say this is an establishment. Um, this is an establishment, and we can tax them, and we could kind of track their money, and we could benefit from it. But if you and I got in business, and I was a pimp, and you was a prostitute, you and I
Mm,
could make some cash, or you're selling yourself, and we work out something there, and I give it to Uncle Sam. That's a frown upon. The act of not giving the money to Uncle Sam is more heinous to them than the act of you selling your body.
right.
So, oh, but who
Uh,
knows? Um,
let's hit
so
this
I did.
question here.
What's up?
Let's hit you with this question. Why is it legal in some places? And I'm going to quote an article from the Business Insider, which I didn't know this. What they said here was that regulating the prostitution industry was supposed to help limit sex trafficking and connect sex workers with critical health and government services, but reports say that there hasn't been much success on either front. So I thought that was an interesting concept of why they made it legal in some places.
I really think it comes down to a money thing. I don't think it has anything to do with morally. I think this is going to be out there a little bit, but I think it's another way for men to kind of try to keep in control of what women do with their body. In my
Wow,
opinion,
no,
I
I like
think that's
that,
what it is. It's just
but
that's what we have. That's what we. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's what
no,
we
no.
constantly deal with. Men trying to tell women what to do with their body, and I think this is just another form of it.
So
My bad.
you think that prostitution is only a woman issue? You don't think that men can prostitute?
But if we look at the if we did the research and we look at the numbers, I'm pretty sure it's overwhelmingly women uh, who are most likely would be prostitutes than men. And the sad thing about it is that some of those women are probably could be in it through trafficking, sex trafficking, or in a domestic partnership that's gone wild and manipulation involved. So, but yeah, that's my take on it. I think um if it could be taxed
Mhm.
and if it could be taxed, it would be legal, and it's just another form of men looking up men trying to control women in their bodies.
I don't know. That's interesting because I mean, it doesn't have to be a man at the managerial spot. It could. I mean, there's been women. You want to call them not jiggle women pimps, I guess, if you want to, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
There's been women pimps who sell the women also. So I wouldn't go as far as throwing that in the same hat as men controlling what women do with their body, because like I said, there are definitely women out there who well, as a matter of fact, there was that actress that was in that whole prostitution sting that she was running it. She was one of the actresses from that Superman show from back in the day, Smallville.
Mm-hmm.
She was the news reporter. I forget her name. Did you remember her, the blonde haired chick from Smallville? She was the news reporter, and she was part of a major sex trafficking thing.
Sex trafficking ring, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I think I almost forgot. I have some fun, not fun, but I have some facts about about prostitution in America. I want to share with you guys, and I'm going to the Huffington Post, the Huff Post at this for this information. It says 9 things you didn't know about American prostitution. The sex trade is alive and well in America, and extremely lucrative. In case you had any doubt, there is big money in sex. Atlanta's sex trade was worth a whopping $290 million in 2007 alone. Miami's sex economy was worth $235 million. Washington, D.C., $103 million. So big money in it. That's fact one. Let me see what this one says. Okay. The sex trade is not run by uneducated people. It's run by people who are struggling to find other opportunities. Okay. So they say that here, predominantly, 42.5%. They think that, they know that who is part of the sex prostitution ring are high school graduates. And 1.4%, I'm sorry, 5.5% are college graduates.
You gotta have some kind of business sense, I imagine. You can't just. No, I'm serious. Like, you gotta be able to manage the money, and I mean, you gotta be able to give them the ability to support themselves and shelter, and there has to be a level of management there, right? It's not just like you have to be some level of education there. It's interesting.
So the next fact is the sex economy at its root is a family business.
Wow.
Yeah. So some 32% of respondents had a family member who was involved in pimping or prostitution before them, the report found, and many of them had a large role in shaping their views towards the industry.
That's so interesting, man.
It says, in fact, the study found that most reason people get into pimping was because of family connection. Wow. That's wild, man.
It's a hand-me-down business?
It could be, I guess. The customer base is diverse, but there are a lot of white men. It says most clients of prostitution at 38%, pretty much at 39% are white males. Then it's Latinos at 19.4%, blacks at 16.7%, Asians at 2.8%. And all other races, I guess they say, is 19.4%.
Wow.
Fact number 6, that includes the cops, by the way. Wow. Law enforcement are the biggest ones that buy, one former pimp reported.
Wow.
The same people who are locking people up for breaking the law are the biggest clients.
Looking for that discount at gunpoint.
Yeah, that's pretty much a rape. Craigslist is the most popular site to advertise internet sex work.
Craigslist, you say, huh?
And the one after that is Backpage for all those who are interested.
Oh my God. That's terrible.
So here's a weird fact. It's not a cash only business. In fact,
credit cards? They take
roughly
Bitcoin?
10% of customers pay with a credit card.
That is crazy. That's how governors and stuff are getting caught out there.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I say,
Cash
oh
and
no, no, no,
carry.
we no cash. We take Apple Pay here. Wow.
Wow. That is crazy. Bitcoin.
Um, Normal businesses are often. Wait, hold on. It says, wait, whoa. My tab closed out.
Uh-oh.
Uh, uh,
You got canceled. Too
oh,
much
so
information.
normal. No, no, right? They watching me. Um, Normal business are often connected with the sex economy operation.
Mm.
So they say sex economy is underground, but it has a lot of interactions with legal businesses.
Wow.
Wow.
That's very, very interesting.
And here's the last quote from the report. It says, "Pimps built their businesses by developing relationships with multiple actors, including employees engaged in sex work, non-sex workers, and other than pimps, legal businesses, lawyers, and law enforcement. All are customers. And hotels are. It says hotels and hotel employees are especially involved. They help coordinate everything."
That's crazy, man. You ain't never gonna live down the Vaseline, brother.
Oh, come on! It's still. I was trying to make an analogy, but I guess not. I guess that. So yeah,
Add to
man.
the fire.
Yeah.
It'll add to the fire. No, it's interesting, man. Though, because all right, um, certain things I gotta learn to keep certain thoughts to myself because I know too much. I have too much information in my brain when
Is
it
it?
comes to this.
Can we need to do a little graphic here for Rick's story, because every episode you have a story, and I'm dying to hear this one. That's where we had the genie, the genie rubbing. Can we please hear? I want to hear about your prostitution story if it's okay.
No, I don't. I can't share. I can't share. It's
Okay.
not. It's not my place. It's not my personal experience. So I'm
Oh,
gonna keep that in the
it's
bank.
not your story, huh?
No, then I can do it that way. If I can give you a rhetorical story, I can do that. But no, it's not my story to tell.
All right, so don't
So,
tease me like that, or I'm going to charge you, or yeah, or I'm gonna
gotcha.
charge you, or
All right. So, now I just want to talk about some of the places that where prostitution is legal, which is pretty interesting. One of Marmar's favorite places has legal prostitution, Switzerland.
the
So,
Swiss. They say they neutral, huh? Yeah,
yeah.
so funny.
So here goes. According to the Business Insider, it says prostitution is legal and regulated in Germany, Switzerland, Greece, Austria, and many other countries in Europe. Another fun fact is that many major European cities have red light districts and regulated brothels that pay taxes and follow certain rules. Like you must finish in 2.5 minutes. You have a.
And do they have a union like you asked me earlier?
I wonder. No,
Do they have a union?
yeah, right. You got to bring your complaints and stuff.
Yes.
I was a loyal customer and she caused some kind of Indian burn on there. I don't know what technique she was using, but it was not, it was not kosher.
Wow.
For lack of a better term.
Wow. Yeah, man, that's interesting, bro.
Can you find some numbers as to how much money prostitution makes? And I wonder if that's the case, if it's not as lucrative as we think, because
Wait, hold on. Would you wait? What? Were you just not listening, bro? I just gave you the numbers.
no, but you were talking millions, and usually we like when something becomes extremely lucrative, we talk about like billions, and that's
Okay,
going
it's
to
about the industry. So you want me to go back page and find like what's the going rate?
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder how you find something like that. Okay, so it's like, it's like a code word. Is it like I'm looking for a I don't know.
Oh, there are code words in the
Services?
industry. If I tell you some of the code words, you're gonna bug out. I'm telling you, it's.
I want to hear the code words. I want two questions. How do you know this, and why do you know this?
I was a young man at one time who was doing research.
Another code word research. All right.
I'm telling you. Full disclosure, I have never purchased services like this in my life.
Knowingly.
No, he said knowingly. All right, Press One has something interesting to say here. I like this. He says Europeans are more progressive with sexuality, and it's not a taboo thing like the U.S. Oh, I agree 100%. I agree 100%. So It's funny. I mean, imagine going to Europe and you just be like, I don't want to deal with the BS. I'd rather go pay for it. And that's the overall consensus. Like a lot of single guys don't want to go through the whole dating thing and they just want to, get a service and get out.
Yeah,
I think that. Oh, I got a happy ending story, bro. I can't talk about. Well, I can talk about, the person doesn't have to know it's them. So I'm not talking about. Look at you waiting with the Vaseline, chill, bro.
You keep on teasing us with this story. Like I got a story, but I'm not gonna tell it. This supposed to be that so controversial, but you're supposed to be able to feel free to tell your story here.
One day, I will tell some of these stories. They're not mine to tell. I'll get permission, and I have a series where it's gonna be Rick's stories.
No, you got to change the name. If the person's name is Michael, call him like Michael or something like that.
Michael, yeah, that was really creative. All right, well, a long story short, like here in the U.S., I never knew how that worked. So when I heard the story, I thought it was interesting. So a friend of mine goes to get a massage, right? He knew the place offered, extracurricular services. So, he wasn't aware of how to go about it. So he just goes to the place and, gets a really good massage to start off, right? And, and then the massager,
masseuse.
the masseuse, asked the question, do you want me to massage this one? So, they agree, she provides them a service. And after the service, the way they go about it, they ask, they'll tell you what the normal tip is, whatever the normal tip is. And
so, okay.
Those are some of the code words. Yeah, normal tip. Yeah.
So you had to give a tip.
Yeah, I gave her the tip, and he had to give her the tip. So it's interesting.
Oh man, I'm sure this conversation would go completely different if we wasn't live right now, man.
Oh yes, no. I promise you, I really.
Yeah.
If it was me, I have no shame.
He doesn't. He doesn't have no shame.
My life is an open book. I have no problem telling you guys my stories, but this is not my story to tell. I wish it was my story so I could tell you guys, but it's not. All right, so Press has a question. All right, so
and this is what we were talking about earlier. Right?
I see. So question: Are you paying for sex when you take a person out on a date and you pay for everything? Is that a form of prostitution? If you can seal the deal, I can I could think that that's sort of like what do you call it? In your head, you're making an investment because you know what your end game is. So I guess
it's a return or your investment. That's what you're thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on, as a guy, you got to be honest. I know we're trying to censor ourselves. We're here. We're trying to present our best selves. But when we were single, and that was the main goal, you had to pay a certain thing. And as long as it was consensual, it was all good.
But here's the thing, though. I think the point is that if you're paying, like if I paid $10, how about this? I paid $12 for Netflix, right? I'm gonna be careful with my analogy this time. If I paid $12 for Netflix, I'm expecting to have Netflix service because that's what we agreed on. If you take someone to dinner, you're trying to say me that is guaranteeing you a happy ending?
No, not guaranteeing anything, but you know what your end game is. Like, I mean, you've heard the expression that guys are dogs, and there's guys who are just insatiable and they just can't. There's a system, there's a method to their madness. They're not taking you out because they're nice people. They're trying to, for lack of a better term, smash.
Man,
right or wrong?
Well, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So back to the question.
Yeah.
And do you think it's a form of prostitution? I think it's just
that's
an unwritten rule, maybe, or you putting yourself in position. I don't know.
I see it kind of like the stock market, right? You take your chances. You take your chances, right? You make an investment. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on how good your game is, how interested the person is, and if there's an understanding that this is what it is.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. So when you get married and you take your wife out on a date, not you in particular.
That's marriage. You're married. There's an expectation regardless when you get married.
Gotcha. Okay.
Could you imagine getting married and sex is off the table? It's like
I don't know, man. Maybe it may be like that for some people.
this shit is horrible, bro. Then why get married? Just play that song. And they say she's just a friend. That's all she is. Let me ask you a
Wow.
question. What do you call a relationship between two people where sex is not involved?
Friends.
Exactly.
It's me and you.
But no, I'm joking.
Oh, what? Ain't no buzz. Ain't no buzz involved, bro.
Oh wow, welcome back, Hillbilly. It's been a while, man. What does he have to say? Pay a pro to have sex is illegal. Pay a pro to have sex and film it legal. Where's the
That
difference?
was my question. That was
Yeah.
literally one of the next question I had.
Yep.
Where is it? Oh, can't find it. But I was asking Rick earlier.
No, you definitely have to.
Yeah, I had it up here somewhere. If and I think this is the same thing with strip clubs. If you can, here's the thing: if you can post a video of you and your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever having sex on a platform, right, on a porn, let's say
Right.
Pornhub or something like that, right? If you
What's
could post,
Pornhub?
it's what does it sound like? It's a porn website. And the reason why I know this because when we did an episode on Pornhub, with the other podcast,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's so first of all, let me just make this correct. Let me just correct this and be clear. So we didn't realize when we was doing the other episode about how big the porn industry is. It is the top 3 networks. It makes more money than all through the top 3 networks combined.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Sex
I'm
sells.
talking Peacock, the ABC, the Super Bowl. I'm talking about all of this stuff, all this stuff that's on the networks, and it makes more money than all 3 networks combined.
That is crazy. I mean, people. I mean, you can't deny the fact that sex sells.
Yes.
It's as simple as that.
So my question is now, if you're able to do that, you're able to have sex and post it somewhere on one of these sites, whatever, and you're making money off of it. So isn't that prostitution?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It depends. Hold on, that's the wrong one. we talking about the stock analogy. I like this. It's an investment for a future smash.
How clever.
You hoping it pays dividends later on in life.
So I don't know, man. It's a touchy situation. It's a really like you just don't. It's no. I feel like it's not black and white. It's so many gray areas. Because I goes back to the idea of the strip club. Why strip clubs not illegal? Same thing. You're selling the idea of sex.
Yeah, the idea of it, but are you actually having sex in the legal context? Because places do it. There are strip clubs that have.
Oh my god.
No, there are strip clubs
No,
that
I'm
have.
not
Oh, I'm sorry.
You gotta grow up, guys.
You gotta grow up, guys.
Oh.
No, like there are strip clubs that have extracurricular activities behind the scenes, and that's what gets them shut down. So at the front of the place, you have the idea of sex, but come back here and we'll show you the dream become a reality.
Hey. All right. Sound like you heard that a couple of times before.
You know what's funny? I've never been to a strip club in my entire life.
Oh, good for you.
Have you?
I've been to a strip club one time and I hated it.
Was it a strip club or a gentleman's club? Is there a difference?
I wouldn't know because I went to one and I probably won't ever go back again. I went to one. One of my friends had a celebration and he decided to do it at a strip club. Stayed there for like 20 minutes. I'm like, you think I'm gonna give somebody my hard-earned money? My hard-earned money. You must got your mind.
Some people just see it as a form of entertainment. What's the difference between paying for Netflix and paying for a different form of entertainment?
That's true. It's like 3D. It's like 3D TV, huh?
Yeah, basically, right? It's like scratch and sniff television. It never came out, but we were excited about it. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Wow, that's an interesting topic, man. And but I think people are getting more creative how they make money off of sex. I think companies do it all of time. Companies do it. You hear the term sex sells. and they are making billions and millions of dollars off the idea of having sex or the idea of something sexual, but yet the act itself is frowned upon.
Do you think OnlyFans sells the idea of sex?
Fans, only fans. Oh, that's you talking
Yeah.
about the platform.
Right.
Yeah, it's yo, it's sex, man. And then if you go back to the Playboy magazines and all these other like networks and platforms where sex is there if you spend the right money for it, and it's regulated, it's taxed, so it's available, it's legal, you know. But if I wanted to be an entrepreneur and start my own thing in my home, it's a brothel and it's illegal. You know?
That's crazy. If prostitution was illegal, is that you think that's a business you would be interested in?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
I mean, no, from a financial standpoint, it sounds like something that's very, very lucrative.
At that point, it'd be a whole bunch of new billionaires around, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
And
I think marriages will last longer.
say again?
I think marriages will last a lot longer.
You think so? Oh, I gotta hear this. Why do you think that there will be an improvement, or why do you think that marriages will last longer with the legalization of prostitution?
I think it would be. First of all, see if you go into say like you're gonna go play golf, right, with your buddies. What you're gonna go to, you know. I'm just gonna go play golf. That could be one of the code words. I'm going to go play golf, right? And you do whatever you have to do. You come back and you home. You love your wife, or you love your husband, and you just have your fun. So you kind of eliminate the idea of cheating if your wife is cool with that. Kind of eliminating cheating in the relationship, I think.
Huh, that's another interesting question. Let me ask you that, right? All right. No, seriously. All right, if prostitution is legal, do you think would still be considered cheating if you purchased a day out?
It's a guy going to massage, going to get a masseuse.
Oh man, I gotta ask the ladies, man. Maria says she would. It's business management. She's in there. she has the skill set to be a business manager. So if it was illegal, so damn, I wonder. Gotta ask my wife. All right, babe, if prostitution was if prostitution was legal, right? Would you still consider it cheating? If I say, hey babe, I'm gonna go out with the friends. Oh, she says no. She says she's cheating. All right.
So let's go to Nevada and then we can hook you up, Rick.
We're moving. We are moving. I'm pretty sure I misread that, or she miswrote that.
Nope, you got it. We got proof. It's on the YouTube.
Yeah, she has no problem with. She says, no, she has no problem with it. That's great. See, that's why I love my wife.
That's it. So, you better screenshot that too, because you act like it never existed.
Yeah. So we want to Europe this weekend, bro.
Go for it, bro. Yes, I'm there. Let's do it.
Dope. I appreciate that. You getting a foot massage tonight, babe. Oh, see, I misunderstood. I knew it. She said, "Nope, I bring you home no STDs." No, well, you're not supposed to play unsafe.
Rick is giving away too much info. Go ahead, Rick.
Damn. Let me cancel my tickets, bro.
You already had them in the car waiting?
Yeah, I was about to go. I was even gonna call out, and I was gonna go straight to Europe.
Oh, man.
What does motivation say here? He said it's like eating chicken every day. You have a legal place to go and get that piece of steak. Eventually, you get tired of the steak.
So and then you love your wife, and you love your wife longer because you're like, you know what? I like to hang out with this person because she's blah 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 blah.
Oh, what if she switched it up on me? Be like, look, how about I start charging you for it? I'm gonna get a divorce, man. I'm gonna give her messed up ideas. It's legal, right? Keep the money in house.
No, that's weird.
That's weird. You never heard of people saying keep the money, in the same circle?
Yeah, I hear that, but I don't know.
Says, I don't know.
Oh, good question. I knew somebody who was dating a stripper.
How'd that work out?
They're not together now. But They last a lot longer than I thought it would.
That's interesting. I guess you have to have an open mind to understand what you're getting yourself into.
Open mind and closed ears and closed eyes and ears.
Yeah, that's it. You just got to understand the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
And I think I could do it. Me personally, I could probably do it if I knew for a fact that there was nothing else going on. Like that, if she's just stripping,
Dancing. Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and that's the extent of it, like legit.
What if she's dancing on somebody?
I would have to understand that's part of the game. I'd have to be cool with all aspects of it, except I for me is that you cross the line once once you.
I don't know.
Once intercourse is involved, you cross the line.
So what about if you are going to your buddies are going to the strip club your wife work at?
I'm not going to her place of business.
No, what about not you? Not with you. They go in there by themselves.
And my wife works there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask them why y'all going to the club see my wife? Where's the respect? Anyway, if y'all gonna go, y'all better don't be bringing singles. Don't be throwing singles at my wife, right? She's better than that. Y'all better bring 10s and 20s.
Wow. Rick, you never surprised me.
Yo, do strippers make good money?
Strippers make great money, I heard.
They do, right? I heard they make fantastic money.
Yeah.
Could you let them be like your sugar mama?
I would let anybody my sugar mama. What?
He said anybody. Just a stripper.
Hey.
Let me see something. All right. Press says I think it's just a job to them. Obviously, yeah. But as long as
yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
It could be a job to them, but what about the other person? Like, what about the partner?
I mean, if you go into that situation knowing what it is, you got no foot to stand on, nothing to say, nothing to complain. You can't just be like, oh, that's a bad chick. Let me have her for me.
What about if you didn't know she was a stripper?
Then that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. Then it's like that's something where you should have been upfront with the person.
She's like, "Oh, I'm a dancer," and you assume she was a ballet dancer.
That's your own fault. I'd be like, yo, where do you work? Where do you dance? See, you can't. The conversation starts to get a little bit crazy there.
Interesting, right? I don't know, man. I think I'm not open-minded for that, man. I'm not open-minded. I think, yeah. I think I'm too jealous for that.
Yeah. So motivation and consistency says for the fellas, what about if it was flipped and the female would like to have a night out with another guy? Yeah, I mean, it has to go both ways, right? You can't be a dick and just be like, it's only prostitution as long as the men can get the love. And I mean, it would have to be both ways. You would have to be okay with it. If you're okay with one way, you have to be okay with it with the other way. It's, you just got to be honest and fair.
So would you be okay if your wife had a stripper at a party?
I'm okay. I mean, me personally, my way of viewing things is that I'm not going to stress about the what ifs.
Mm-hmm.
If something happens, it happens, and we'll deal with it. But prior to it's cute. Yeah, that's cute. No, I'm dead serious. I'm not going to stress myself with all the possible what ifs. What if? I'm only going to deal with in reality stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it happens and I find out about it, we'll deal with it. That's called the maintenance man. He comes through to clean the pipes, right? Oh, you see, he says she has. Are you leaning back at that one? He said, "Whoa, what's going on?"
No, she has. Wow. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you've seen somebody, if you're dating someone as an adult, they've experienced a stripper before, most likely. So I don't know, man. It's like, what if you like say for instance, like your wife is going out there and she's going out there with your sister, and she's getting a little bit too touchy and feely with the stripper, and your sister tells you that.
Like if she's giving him a rub and tug, you talking about that? Like if she's touching him on the legs, I guess that's okay. But if she reached for the sack, I'm like, whoa, come on.
Is that the line that's been crossed?
Yeah, man. But
she's having fun.
That's too much fun. I'm gonna have to regulate this fun. I'm okay if she gets a lap dance. You know, as long as you don't hit her with the meat, that's disrespectful.
It's definitely hitting with the meat, bro. Well, I don't know. It's definitely gonna with the meat. Yeah, it's definitely gonna with the meat. So you might as well just get that through your head right now.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to do this. Either trust her or either you trust her or you don't. It's that simple.
Yeah. I think trust is one thing, but seeing it, it's like, all right, like you just said, they didn't have sex. However, he did hit it with the meat.
Right, he did, kind of adjust her face from this side to this side.
And she smiled.
She got like a mushroom tip bruise on her cheek. And I'm about to question that.
Yeah.
Were you playing Super Mario? Is that, what's that mushroom on your face, man? What's going on?
Would you want to know? Would you tell your sister not to tell you?
I can't even ask the question, did you have a good time, right? Because she can answer that and have ulterior thoughts, right? If she had too much fun.
You can ask and just walk out the room before she answers.
Nah, whoever you say, did you have a good time? And she says yes, and that's her admitting to you that she did something. You can't have a conversation down the line. She can't. I told you about that. So you asked me if I had a good time, and I did.
And it was like this big.
Oh my god! It went from one ear to the other. That's crazy. No. I don't need to know.
No.
Nah, man. I've seen Magic Mike, and that's. Whew, that should have messed my head up, bro.
Yeah, we'll discuss later why you're watching Magic Mike. But
I like a good entertainment movie. I like people who could dance, man. And your boy Channing can move, bro. Just like Chris Brown can move, just like Justin Timberlake. I love dancers. I love the dancing.
So what happened if your wife came back from the thing and tell you this?
Oh my god! I mean, were you guys at a restaurant? Like, you guys making sandwiches? There better be lettuce, tomatoes involved, bread, some form of cheese. There better be a sandwich being made. Hide the salami shit. She come back with a smile looking different. Hi there. The hell were you doing last night? Why your jaw hurt?
Well,
she having too much fun. Lots of eye candy for him. Oh shit.
So, right. On that note, you got anything else, man? I think this this prostitution conversation was way too much fun.
No, it was. I guess, like, what's the danger of legalizing prostitution?
Sex trafficking.
No, but the idea of legalizing prostitution was to limit sex trafficking, right? If you put a tax on it, you make it legal. Like, where's how lucrative can sex trafficking be?
You can still have people who are manipulating people and holding them against their will, even though it's legal. I don't think it's a good idea to legalize it, but I do think I don't know. I don't agree that you should tell somebody how to control their body, but I am concerned about the victims who are the victims of sex trafficking, who've been, raised in the system or raised in the industry of sex trafficking. So I think that is a concern.
So you don't think that legalizing it will somewhat alleviate some of that stress or pressures, or have some kind of effect on the illegal market?
I don't know, because you can have an open market and still people find a way to do things unmorally and unethical. Say the age limit is 21. You find out they have 17-year-old girls there, something like that.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, that's the other side of this whole prostitution side that we really haven't talked about. The victims, who didn't fill out an application to be part of the job, but were forced into it.
Right.
So that's the concern with the whole industry itself.
So I guess in that respect, wouldn't that give them an easy out, since they have the experience from being forced? Maybe they can do something for themselves on the legal front? No, you don't think that's like a possible way out? It's like, I've been working for this guy illegally all my life. Now there's an option to work legally. Maybe if I leave him run away. I can go here and manage myself and make a comfortable living for myself.
It's not how the pimp game works, Rick. Oh, Rick. It's not how the pimp game works, man. You just can't just walk away and it's no union. You don't get no transfer papers, Rick.
There's a lot of work involved too. Like he said, it says then you have to get a license and become a seller of sex, which will involve regulations and testing. I mean, that might be a good thing, At least you get, there's some kind of regulation going on. They getting tested. You're not putting yourself at such high risk because of that, regulating it and.
So you think it's like it could be like alcohol? But what about the human beings that are subjected to that though?
But if it's legal, are they being subjected to it? That's not. If it's legal, are they being subjected to it? It's a choice now.
I think it is. I think you can't tell if somebody's being pressured to work for someone or not.
That's true. That could be it. It's kind of messed up.
People can manipulate them and make them believe that this is all they can do is to sell their body. I feel like this. This is gonna be a little left, right? This is gonna be a little left. So if you are willing to sell someone else's body, you gotta be willing to sell your own body as well.
Hey, said I gotta just for the comment.
Yeah, that's right. So if you're willing to sell someone else's body, if you are looking to sell someone else's body, you gotta be willing to sell your body as well.
I mean, of course, but the idea is that it's your choice.
Yeah. And he's heard. He does research just like you, right?
Oh, then
research.
that came from absolutely that's a he said she said research.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And motivation, you're absolutely right. I'm gonna get her.
Nerve. She was on us yesterday.
I know, right?
Yeah.
She was definitely 46 minutes late today. But that's all right, man. So I guess we could definitely wrap this up, man. It was definitely a fun conversation, man. I definitely want to touch back on a little later. There's so many different avenues you can touch on with this subject if you do a little bit of homework. Mm-hmm. So for those of you who are here today, consider giving us a like and consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed to the page, and consider joining our Facebook group where we try to share our ideas and come up with show topics and bring them here and have live discussions. So with that said, man, like I always say, man, we don't always have to agree, but damn it, we should always be able to talk. So we will see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. sharp, man. This is definitely a lot of fun. If you guys have any idea topics, definitely shoot me a message, shoot me a DM, talk about it in the group, and we'll make it happen, man. Take care and have a fantastic evening. Peace out.